What's been happening on the buy side is really interesting. And this started, a little over a month ago at this point when kind of awareness of like the pandemic and just all the news coverage was ramping up. There's this really knee-jerk reaction within a lot of the media buying teams. And so that reaction was shut down spend. I don't want to be associated with COVID. I don't know what's going on. It can only be negative, shut it down. And so we've spent a lot of effort. A significant component of the solutions we provide, the tech platform we provide, is around analytics and specifically around market intelligence, being able to understand what are the types of content consumers are engaging with, what they're reading, what they're watching, what that content is about, what's the sentiment about it, and kind of like how brands are perceived and things like that. So we have lots of data, lots of insights. And so we began sharing them on a verticalized basis with various kind of advertisers so they could understand like, hey, within the automotive vertical, what are the trends that are happening within consumers about what do they care about? Where are they spending their time? Sporting events are gone, but the audience isn't gone. So if you're a media buyer, where should you go to find that sporting audience that you originally were targeting? So what's played out is that pretty quickly we were able to help buyers understand that COVID is not in and of itself a singular topic. It's really a bunch of different topics. And when you dive into it, what you find is that there's actually a lot of opportunity in there from an advertising perspective. And arguably, we're going into a period of time here that could be the single biggest opportunity for market share shift for brands that's happened in a generation, if not longer. And the reason why is that major patterns for consumers have changed. Their demographic profiles are shifting. You have millions of people who are unemployed. It's their income, it's their disposable income, it's their sensitivity around spending, their interests and intent has changed. It's homeschooling, it's food safety, it's entertainment, all these things that have changed. And so for the advertisers, what started as a knee-jerk reaction of how do I not be associated with COVID, we've been able to help them understand you have to dig in and realize that there are a lot of opportunities in here. And so like one interesting example would be quick serve restaurants, right? So it'd be very easy for a QSR to simply go, this is bad, I'm gonna pull back. But you've seen this on TV because all the creatives have now been updated, that they very quickly pivoted to realizing that within COVID, there's a huge topic around food safety. People still have to eat. They don't want to just be cooking at home. So that's created an opportunity to differentiate as a brand about how you manage contactless food pickup or food delivery. And so the same type of things have been happening essentially in every vertical where there's nuance about how life in America is changing and how your relationship as a brand to consumers should change as well. The other part of it is that the media consumption patterns have changed significantly. And so we have been providing a lot of analytics, actually both the buy and the sell side, to help them understand not only have your audiences changed. Typically, the answer is yes. Some of your demographics have changed, interests have changed, and you have new audiences you probably didn't have before. Pet ownership, for example, has skyrocketed. That's created a whole new set of millions of first-time pet owners that if you're a pet food company, it's a huge opportunity. So number one has been understanding what's shifting in your audiences. Number two has been understanding, so given those shifts, what, if anything, should change in your messaging? What are you trying to say? And how should you be sensitive or not to kind of the COVID environment? And number three, the critical piece, of course, is the media landscape has changed. So where is that audience now, which is probably different in terms of media content consumption than where they were previously. Poster child for this is the sporting events, right? Until those return, you have to rethink your strategies. So, we have a big shift occurring in the industry because of convergence and driving media efficiency through better planning of TV, connected TV, online video, and other channels. But in addition, all of these brands need to rethink their media plans at core because of those changes in audiences and content consumption. So for the buy side, it means they got to be really data driven and they have to monitor these shifts on a weekly basis. It is a really real-time dynamic environment we're all living in right now. The patterns change. They change by region. They're changing daily. On the sell side, it also is this change in media consumption. And so they need to really be interactive with the brands and the agencies to understand how to best serve that new opportunity. So it's kind of a crazy time right now. But if people are staying on top of the market insights and the media planning data, and they are measuring for media efficiency, there are actually tremendous opportunities for them in market right now on both the buy and the sell side to really move the needle.